Good morrow, fair ones. You know I need no introduction, but since I do love a dramatic entrance, I am the one and only Bianca Segreto, your favorite insider to the hottest drama in Verona. I hope you've been well since our last meeting. There are some incredible secrets heading your way. Today, I've got a very special guest with me. This particular guest wishes to remain anonymous, but they are connected to the Capulet household. Now, what gems do you have for us today, friend? Are you for real? Okay, so I've heard all about the lovebirds' secret balcony conversation thanks to you, but I didn't know about their secret marriage vows. Looks like I have some breaking news for you all. Not only has Tybalt challenged Romeo to a duel, but Friar Lawrence has agreed to marry Romeo and Juliet. Oh my goodness, can things get any more wild than this? You know I'll be here for it all. So, our guest today is going to share some extra intel for this lesson. And you know what? I'm starting to see a pattern. Let's see if you notice it too. Just so we're clear before we get into the details, today's goal is for you to define and recognize motifs in literature and think about how these motifs might contribute to a theme. We'll mostly focus on this, but you know I've got some good secrets for you too, so let's get started. Remember how much Romeo and Juliet have been loving extended metaphors? Well, their use of imagery and other types of figurative language has been stunning. They make such a great literary pair, right? Ever since they met, I've been noticing a specific motif in their conversations. Oh, just so you know, a motif is a recurring image or idea used throughout a piece of literature. Usually, these recurring ideas support and help develop one of the major themes of the piece. Motifs add depth and meaning to a story. They make drama more thought provoking and exciting. An example of a motif could be the recurring use of roses in a romance. Throughout the story, roses might appear in different scenes: in a lover's bouquet, in a garden where secret meetings happen, even in the pattern of a dress. This continual presence of roses weaves through the story, symbolizing romance, beauty, and perhaps the risk of being hurt, just like the thorns on a rose stem. Do you know what? Now that I mention it, I think I've been seeing a motif between our two lovebirds. I remember hearing whispers of star-crossed lovers from the start of this whole drama, but that's not all, of course. Do you remember when the lovebirds first met? Romeo said, "Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night." Have you noticed the motif yet? I keep seeing references to the contrast between dark and light. I've seen mentions of the night, the stars and burning brightly. Ah, how celestial! I love it. And there's even more to see. Our anonymous guest is here to share some specifics about the conversations she's overheard between Romeo and Juliet lately, and she's got some great details. Let's see if you can recognize more of this celestial motif. Identify words and phrases from these quotes that might emphasize the contrast between light and dark. Let's start with what we've heard from Romeo. Romeo was overheard saying, "Oh, speak again, bright angel," and the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars. He even said this about Juliet's eyes: "Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return." Oh, wow. Romeo is a hopeless romantic, right? Did you catch all the starry details? The words like bright, angel, stars, heaven, and twinkle all echo this motif of light and dark. Remember that motifs aren't just in one conversation either. They echo throughout a piece. I know you're here for more info, and don't worry, I won't let you down. Let's hear from our source about what Juliet said that night in the garden. And by the way, Juliet uses the word ere, which, as you know, means before. On the balcony, Juliet said to Romeo that their love is too like the lightning, which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. What images does this tidbit bring up? Maybe you think about a flash of lightning, how it's there for one moment and gone the next. Is Juliet having second thoughts? This flash of light emphasizes the contrast between dark and light and mirrors how quickly the lovebirds fell for each other. The next day, when Juliet was waiting for a certain nurse to return with news of Romeo, she was overheard saying, "Love's heralds should be thoughts, which 10 times faster glides than the sun's beams, driving back shadows over lowering hills." Which phrases echo the established motif? I'm thinking the sun's beams driving back shadows definitely emphasizes light versus dark. What theme could this whole light and dark drama be hinting at? Light in this drama is not just symbolizing love and beauty. It also represents the ephemeral and fragile nature of this love. It's like a candle flame in the night, intense and bright, yet fleeting. The contrast with darkness emphasizes the dangerous and forbidden aspects of their relationship. The darkness could represent the secrecy, the societal pressures, and the potential for tragedy that surrounds their love. Ugh! I hope it's not a sneak peek into how even the most dazzling love stories can get lost in the shadows of a seriously messed up world. Talk about dramatic, right? Now, remember, motifs are found throughout a piece of literature. So, if you're scouting for some extra practice, I want you to look back at Act 2. How many mentions of light and dark can you find? And you know that there will be plenty of juicy details to look out for as the story progresses. In fact, this very week, you'll be scouting out some more details on this light versus dark motif. You'll write an analysis on it, and you'll even be stepping into my realm. Your literature response project this week involves creating a newspaper. Make sure you embody my greatness, and you'll make something amazing. Good luck this week! Here in Verona, things are really starting to heat up, and it's not just the summer sun. I have a feeling that this duel that Tybalt proposed won't end well for anyone involved. Don't let the drama get to you. Let's all keep a cool head, search for those motifs, and remember to always be clever.
Hey, hey.